Game of Mortgages, Step 11, submitting your home loan to underwriting. What the heck does an underwriter do? So the underwriter is a physical person working for the bank as a representative of the bank. But what's interesting is with certain programs that are also a representative of that program. So like for an FHA home loan, they're technically an extension of FHA even though they're employed by the bank. FHA is Federal Housing Administration. It's a government loan program. The basic job of an underwriter is to verify that the information provided to generate the approval, what the loan officer and lender are saying the income is in fact accurate based on the actual statements. So this is kind of where that pre-qual versus pre-approval can come in. A lot of lenders will just review the documentation and give a pre-qualification. Some lenders are inexperienced and don't know how to fully calculate income. Some lenders don't fully review the documentation and generate a pre-qualification. That's where the problems come in. If in fact the lender said to generate the pre-qualification you make $10,000 a month, the underwriter's job is to ensure that you do actually make $10,000 a month based on your pay stubs, tax returns, and W-2s. It's a critical job. Some lenders will actually do the pre-approval up front before you enter into contract. I highly recommend that because it eliminates any of the scare, worry, or concern associated with buying a home. Because if you don't get that loan approved, you're most likely not going to be able to get the home that you want. So it's super important that the loan officer does their job up front and that they interface very well with their underwriter to make sure that everything gets approved. It's also really important that you get the documentation back to the loan officer as quickly as possible so that they can get that loan submitted to underwriting and get the loan approved for you. The underwriter is going to look at everything. They're going to look at your tax returns, your bank statements, your ID. They're going to do various forms of background checks. Believe it or not, they're going to look at some of the disclosures. They're going to pull tax records and property profiles to see if you own other properties or own other real estate or wherever default on federal debt, or if you ever had a foreclosure or a short sale. So in that initial application, when the lender asks things like, were you ever party to a lawsuit, or have you ever had a foreclosure or a short sale, or are you divorced, or do you pay alimony, child support, or separate maintenance? They're going to find it in these checks. So it's always important to get us the information up front, even if you're worried about it. The loan officer's job up front is to take your situation and figure out the best way possible to get you approved for the loan that you want at the price that you want, if they can. It's not good to hide stuff up front. It's better to tell us everything up front because this underwriter, their specific job is to do a deep dive into the file and into your background and everything that's going on with your financial fingerprint to make sure that nothing was missed up front and that you do in fact qualify for the home loan. Next step in Game of Mortgages is what do we do when the loan's actually approved? We're going to talk about some of the frustrations that come up post-approval. I'll see you in the next video.